red flag number 2. This is actually more of a tip, okay? Don't go into a agency or firm blind, okay, not knowing anything. I can't tell you, 99% of the people that walk into those, types of situations to give an interview about their project don't know a thing about it. It's like sending somebody to a car dealership, okay, and they've never bought a car before, all right? That you can see all the salespeople hovering around, maybe some smoking outside. Oh, here comes some fresh meat. Ooh, here's a newbie. I'm going to sell them the biggest car in the lot. It's the same thing when you walk into these places. All right, I always take somebody that has at least had a few years in the industry on the inside, and so they kind of, this thing is really annoying me. All right, so they walk in there and they're kind of like my consultative agent, you know what I mean? And it's so interesting that the whole psychology totally shifts. He's sitting over here and he's asking the questions to them on my behalf, so this immediately elevates me in their eyes. That I've got my own, personal assistant who's been in the industry. So now they're not going to bullshit me as much. They're not going to ask me questions like, "Oh, okay, what's your time frame?" And then because they want to see my eagerness of, "Oh, but I really need to have it done now." And then suddenly, they're playing all hard to get, or some bullshit that, or maybe I'm a little too eager that time, sitting there on my own, and suddenly the price point is, their estimates may be 3 times higher. Well, we think that your project may be, maybe between $50,000 to $60,000. Oh, really? That's so funny because I haven't really told you anything about it yet. Wow. Okay. So and I'll actually have sometimes friends call up the same person, like back-to-back days, and pitch basically like the same kind of project, but coming at it from like a totally different angle. Like, oh, I want to get this done in a few months from now. And then I call back and, I really need this done in the next few weeks, guys. And then I have another one. And here's my budget. Yeah, I have like $100,000 to spend. Are you guys pretty busy? And then suddenly, you know what? Their schedule is totally free. I don't know how this happens. And then I call back and it's like, yeah, well, I got $10,000 I could maybe scrape together. And suddenly they're totally booked up. So, I always suggest bringing the person with you, calling a few times, pretending to be somebody else, have a friend call and pitch kind of the same project. You want to be able to see if you can trust these people, okay? So you're trying to be able to trust if you can, drop your well-invested hard-earned money with somebody, but, and you don't have a lot to really go off of besides like referrals in their portfolio, but you really don't know if you can really trust them. So sometimes you got to be a little, I don't know, creative in the way that you approach the situation and the psychology. So, if you're in like the New York area or whatever, or you're on the West Coast, I know people out there who've been in the industry, you can maybe sit in on a meeting with you to help you out, or even sit in on a conference call over the phone. So anyways, I hope that helps, and give me a call if you have any questions about that.